Sayın yolcular, lütfen terminallerdeki sigara içme yasağına uyunuz. Sadece işaretlerle gösterilen bölümlerde sigara içilebilir. Teşekkürler.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to what really is the second episode in the Airport CEO playthrough with Grumpy Gamer. Now, as we left off at the end of episode 1, we have built an airport that is open for general aviation, and we have 8 stands where our aircraft park when they come in, and we've discovered 2 very exciting things that were new to the game. The first one are the red exclamation marks on the aircraft stands, which we found out meant that these aircraft need servicing, and in particular they need avgas. So in the last episode we researched for procurement avgas, and we have built on the left hand side of our stands down here, we have built one avgas storage facility, and then just above that we've built a vehicle servicing depot. We also put in an access road along here, and we have a security gate down the bottom. Now, as you may recall, one of the problems because of space, when you look here, against the public road we don't have enough space to put any security fences later in the game, but at this stage we're going to be all right with that. So when we left off at the last episode, we said that I said that the first thing we do in this episode would be to buy a service truck to refuel the aircraft on our stands, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off and we're going to do that straight away. So let's just put the game on pause for a second. Let's go over to contracts, procurement, and down here we have the Maverick fuel truck avgas 100LL, which matches the fuel service that we unlocked earlier. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to purchase just one of those with a cost of $2,500 and $100 an hour operating costs, and it will be delivered in 1 day. So we have $62,924 left in our kitty. We are currently losing $385 an hour, that's overnight. But we make our money during daylight hours, or the majority of our money I should say during daylight hours, when the aircraft are coming in and taking off. So let's go ahead and order one of those now. And we have 59 minutes basically left before this will be delivered. That's in game time. So we will go ahead and unpause the game and simply wait for our truck to arrive so we can see the impact that it has on our servicing, and, because we're running a business, on our revenue. Now, while we're waiting, let's go and check out our aerodrome properly. On the right, our runway, we can see the markings on the runway which would indicate that it needs some maintenance. And indeed it does. It's down to 3% condition. So let's spend the $5,800 odd that we need to do that and bring it back up to 100%. So there you go. You learn something new every day. The red exclamation mark wasn't for the fact that the aircraft needed servicing. It was for the fact that they couldn't get out because the runway was in such poor condition they couldn't use it. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't assume. Okay, so we're back in operation. And very oddly, because the aircraft are taking off at almost 4 a.m. in the morning, which is pre-dawn. So I'm going to say that when they queue up, they're allowed to operate at night. Interesting. Right, let's check notifications. No notifications. No contract notifications. Operations. Oh, great. They are leaving in restricted hours, so we are going to pay a fine. Terrific. Okay. Okay. We need to keep a better look on things there. Okay, we're chucking along very nicely, but our truck, is this our truck coming up here? Let's find out. Yep, this is it. We've got our first fuel truck coming into the service road past our security gate. Come on, security, let them in. They work for us now. Let's see where he goes first. To the depot, perhaps? Right. That's our fuel truck going into the depot. So I'm guessing what will happen is he goes into the depot, and then as aircraft come in that require refueling, he'll go down, fill up from the fuel depot, and then service the aircraft when they're on the aircraft stands. Just while we're waiting, let's go over our aircraft stands, make sure we're all operational. I'm not going to worry terribly much about the condition until it gets to about 60%, say, and then we'll get concerned and we'll do some repairs on that. So let's go to operations and avgas 100 LL refueling service is disabled. So for the coming day, let's turn it on. We need a filled up fuel depot to enable avgas refueling service. So that very much to me sounds like procurement again, or contracts. Do we have a contract for fuel? Fuel supplies, right? And the answer is no. So let's go ahead now. What are we paying on this? ½ cent per litre. And that's not how you spell litre, is it? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Contracts accepted. Okay. Now that was interesting. If you're looking by fuel supplies, by all, right, that's better. So now we have the construction contract and the fuel contract. So if we look, okay, our fuel depot has no fuel in it. That's going to be a bit of a problem. So we need 200,000 litres. Here comes our first fuel truck. At security. Those security guys must be doing a good job. Everyone has to stop there. He goes up, turns around, heads to the fuel depot. What an odd driving position. And he's filling us up. So what have we got? Here comes our fuel truck. He's coming along to fill up. And we are 87%. Okay. Another fuel truck just came in. Okay, so we're 100% capacity, 200,000 litres of aviation avgas, and aircraft are coming in. Now let's have a look at this guy who's just come in. Fuel level is 11% in the aircraft, so let's wait and see what happens if he gets fueled up or not. Oh, of course he's not going to get fueled up, we haven't turned it on yet. Operations, right, we have fuel, we turn on the fuel service, and who needs fuel? Ah, here he comes, first guy out. He's going to the plane that came in after we turned the refueling service on. So let's watch this, see how we go here. Okay, so he's fueling up. We can definitely see that he's fueling up. And the indications of how much money we're making from it is so fast I can't read it. What we should be able to do is go to our dashboard and look at the economy. Oops, the budget. The income sources, landing fees, we're doing okay landing fees, 1,200. The fuel sale, now so far that's one aircraft, we've only fueled the first aircraft, $237, $240 for the first aircraft. That's good. If we can make $240 for each aircraft that lands in our airport, we will be doing quite well, and that will help our revenue enormously. And our parking fees are pretty good as well. Now this is an hourly estimate, so this is in fact really good for us. So let's have a look at this on a daily basis then and have a comparison. Of course, the money that we've made so far in this episode has been a day because we started just before daylight. So we're into 8 a.m. in the morning and we're doing pretty well. Pretty well. Okay, so let's close that. Go and have a look back down through the tutorial at the small airfield and see how we're doing. So we've gone, let's just look at this properly. We've done the preparation for construction. We've actually built a pretty good general aviation airport, and we're servicing 8 stands. So we're servicing quite a few aircraft every day. We've followed through on the airside construction which is the taxi foundations, the taxiway, holding points to and from the airfield, and also building the aircraft stands. We're down to servicing the general aviation flights, which is step number 3, and we've completed it. We've got to 4 building fuel services. We have a fuel supply, a vehicle depot, an access airside checkpoint, and we have set up a truck and we are refueling aircraft. So that's good. Now, we have followed the tips. We have put the checkpoint at the end of a public road that goes onto a service road so that vehicles can arrive at the airport and then enter a secure zone, which is through the checkpoint. We do note that there are 2 types of fuel. One is general aviation avgas, and the other one is A1 fuel, which is for commercial aviation. We don't have any commercial aviation at this point, so I don't see any point in trying to do that or trying to unlock that through the procurement screen. And in step 5, we've started operating the refueling service. The one thing we haven't completed yet is we haven't refueled 5 general aviation aircraft at our stands. But at the rate we're going, I think we'll get there today, actually. I think we'll get there today in game time. So that will be good. And then we can move on to the next stage, which I think is going to be commercial. Just having a quick look at this. We'll go back. And we're ready to go to the regional airport. But we have to wait for the 5th aircraft to be serviced down the bottom here. I wonder if it says how many it's already done. No. $10 in the morning. Let's just go back and check our hourly income is $971. Our outcome is $485, and our hourly balance is $485. It's very tidy. That's better. Okay. We're not doing very well for an average approval rating across our airport. Mind you, we have no passengers, we are servicing no airlines, and our general aviation is 50% happy with us. And they're 25% happy with the airport that we're providing. So we need to get up and get out of general aviation and get into some commercial. Let's just go back. Still haven't refueled 5, but I don't think we're far away from doing that. Let's just check our stands again. 78, and the runway 77. The runway is losing condition quite rapidly during the day. A new product has arrived. That would be the gas that we're now selling. and we got a receipt for our truck. Right. Okay, let's do that. We'll go to the email box, in which here's our friend Dr. William Munro again. He's consistent, isn't he? He keeps holding the same amount of money. £15 million sterling. Right. Well, we don't want you anymore, so I think we'll get rid of you. Another golden opportunity. A lot of golden opportunities coming up. Received for the Maverick fuel truck. I think we'll just keep that. Go back to the inbox. More golden opportunities. And received for the avgas fuel, so we'll keep that as well. Paperwork, it's all paperwork. Right. Cancel that. Go back to the tutorial. And we are done. We have completed the course, Small Airfield. Let's go back. And now we're ready to start the regional airport. So let's go there and see what they want us to do. Construct a terminal. Congratulations! You have now learnt the basics of airport operation. You can continue, expand the airfield. Okay. It's not just our friend in London that's pretty bad. You can continue to expand the airfield to earn some more money from GA operation. But at some point, you might be interested in processing passenger flights, also known as commercial flights. If you are interested, the first step will be to build the terminal foundation and make sure that passengers and employees can access it. Make sure that the terminal foundation is dragged adjacent to an aircraft stand. Tick, tick, whir. Okay, so we haven't dismissed any construction workers, they're still there. We actually did build a terminal foundation before. We have placed a door on the wall, and we have built a bus and a car drop-off. We built a sidewalk just because we're considerate to our passengers that way. Then we go down here with how to demolish things, blah, blah, blah. Sidewalks are required. Right, terminal and passenger flow. Now this is where we're up to. Great. Now when the outside is built, we should focus on the inside. In order for passengers to reach their flight, they must pass through the terminal. They will first enter the departure area, where they can check in to their flights. Then, they must pass security in order to enter the secure perimeter of the terminal. Once the flight arrives, they will board using the boarding desk. Alright. Okay, so, grumpy man that I am, once they've passed through the security, they are no longer in a perimeter, they are in the secure section of the airport. The perimeter is outside of that. But there you go. Okay. Construct 2 to 3 check-in desks, which is in the arriving and departing area. Zone part of the terminal is secure. Build a security checkpoint. Build a boarding desk near a stand. Stand should be against wall. Right, okay, so the stand is on the outside of the wall, so there'll be a door there. You go through the door and immediately you're in the stand. Click on stand, enable commercial flights. Connect boarding desk to stand. Right, so one boarding desk, one stand, I'm assuming, and construct the secure zone exit. So we get the two-way traffic going into, through the security check and out of the security area. Right, so at this point, let us pause the game, pause the game, pause the game, pause the game. Right, pausing the game. Go up here to our secure area. To our foundation. This is the foundation we made. So, just to recap, this is the foundation. This light grey is the outside wall. These are the doors into the airport building, which at this stage is non-secure and has nothing in it. We've got 2 bus depots and 4 car drop-off points. We have pedestrian walkway around that area, and we also have 2 pedestrian crossings so that pedestrians can get from the car drop-off place to the airport terminal and vice versa. So now let's do some building, shall we? Let's take a very basic approach to this. Look at our structure. We need some walls. So what I'm going to do really is divide the airport into 2 sections. We're going to get a secure and a non-secure section. What do we want in the secure area? We're going to need some seating for people while they're waiting for aircraft. We're going to need a desk, a boarding desk before they get onto the aircraft. We're also going to need some toilets. I've been to enough airports to know that that's an essential part of being in an airport. And we're going to need the security check-in. On the other side, we're going to need the check-in desk. And so most people aren't going to hang around in the outside area too much. So let's put things in first before we build the walls to figure out how much space everything takes up. So go and have a look at not infrastructure but items. Right. So I guess the first thing when you come into an airport, you're probably going to want to go to an information desk. So that information desk could well be near the front. So we'll just rotate this around, get down and have a look at the desk itself. So the computer, we're going to assume that the computers are where the people, the staff, look at them. So we probably need to put you very close to the entrance so that people can come straight away and talk to you. What does that yellow part mean? I think that's where the staff stand. Maybe. Okay. Then we're going to need some check-in desks. And we probably need a minimum of 2 just to start off. And we know, or I know from previous experience, that the small arrows indicate where the baggage collection belts are going to go, and the larger arrows indicate where customers or passengers are going to come to. So we know that the right hand side of this particular one is the back. So where are we going to put you, bearing in mind that we probably will want to expand later on? So I think what we should do is we should leave people depart the airport south, which is down the bottom, if you like. So we're going to leave a space there for people to come out of the secure area and leave the airport. And then we're going to put our check-in desks there. Maybe. There. Yeah, I think there. And because we're going to have two of them, we probably need a gap between them. So I'm going to go with a gap of 2. So we're going to have 2 check-in desks, 1 information desk. So people will come, we'll just get rid of this for a second. People will come through the doors there and there. They can go to information, or they can go straight to check-in. They go to check-in, they check in, their baggage eventually will go via a baggage conveyor belt to the sorting area and then to the aircraft. But then they're going to need to go somewhere else to enter security. So I think we'll just keep working this through with what we got. We're going to go a little over the 30 minutes on this episode, I feel. So we have a secure exit. Now, right, so the arrows would indicate which way it's going, so it's going to go that way. So we're going to put our check-in, we're going to put the wall for our building behind the check-in, so we're going to put it down here, like so. Actually, let's build the wall first. Now, how big is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much space should we leave behind the check-in? How about 2? 2. We'll leave 2. Oh, must be placed inside. Oh, we have to define the secure area first. Okay. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say go back 2 for the wall. So leave 2 clear tiles behind the check-in desk, and the third space back will be the wall. So we're going to go to infrastructure, where we don't have walls. We're going to go to walls. We're going to go back 3 to the third one. We're going to leave that, and we're going to wall up to there. So far so good. We're going to continue to wall up to there. Now let's just be careful here for a minute. Little planning. Just a little planning. Okay, I need to see squares again. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we can, if we plan for 4 check-in desks, and then we can start our security desks up here. So we'll go up 1 more to give a bit of room, and then we'll put in 2 security desks, or sorry, 2 security check-ins. We'll go for small at this stage, and of course the arrows indicate the direction. Must be placed in the secure zone. Right, okay, so we need to secure this area first before we do anything else. So let's go to areas. We'll go to secure, and we will secure everything east of that wall as a secure zone, and including the walls. And the reason why I include the walls is because later on, when we put doors in there, we don't want to have a gap where if you're going from a secure area to a secure tarmac, for example, we run the risk of that being a non-secure area and passengers not being able to cross it. Okay, so back to structures. No. Items. Security check-in small, because we are going to start small. And we'll rotate this to the arrows. Right. Now, let's put it just inside the... no, we don't need to. We'll put it there at the door. Now, let's have one entrance for staff only. And then 2 entrances for passengers who are travelling on the aircraft. So we're going to wall this off. And of course, while we're doing this, we really made a big airport terminal, didn't we? We got a lot of room in here. Okay. And then we're going to put our exit in. But we have a small problem because we have one wall tile in the way. Right. So, exit. And that's how they get out. Okay, so, and at the moment nothing's being built because the game's on pause. Our construction crews haven't been dispatched and the building materials haven't arrived to do this. So, what we'll do is we'll prepare everything, we'll get everything set up in this episode, and then we'll call it that'll be the end of this episode, and then when we come back in the next episode, we'll start things up, see what we got right and see what we got wrong. So let's do it that way. So we're going to then put a an aircraft stand on the outside of the building, but it's going to be commercial. Now, okay, a bigger aircraft stand where medium class aircraft can park and perform turnaround requires ramp agent to perform inspection and baggage handling. A small stand where light class aircraft doesn't say what size commercial actually is, does it? Is commercial aircraft, let's just double check this, construct 2 to 3 check-in desks, right? Zone part of the terminal is secure. Build a security checkpoint. Build boarding desk. Click on stand and enable. See, that's marked as a secure area. Actually, you know what? Let's go small. Let's not even go small. Let's just check. We can do commercial. L. Okay, let's do that. Let's do small. Now this may not work. We may end up having to do medium. But actually, let's go medium anyway. Let's build one. Let's build one. Let's build one. An aircraft stand. Let's build one medium anyway. No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. But let's go asphalt. Okay, that looks promising. Okay. So again, we have the roadway, small stand, right? Roadway will be up there for servicing, and passengers will cross from the terminal to the stand. So what we need to put in there is a door so that they can get there. Well, they'll get to and from because they'll need to get off the airplane and back. So in the middle would be the appropriate place for the door, which means that we have to secure that area so that people can actually walk out there and get to the aircraft. But it's not built yet, so we can't secure it. Okay, fair enough. We need a boarding desk. Now, let's have a look at this. The boarding desk direction of the arrows must tell us where the passengers will be coming from. So, let's put that there. It's a shame it doesn't fit neatly across the tiles, but we'll put it there like that. And then we'd best put some chairs in for people to sit on, because we want people to be comfortable while they're waiting. Now we need to go down and figure out where the back of the chair is so that we can put it in. So let's not waste too much space. I'm going to come up not just one but two tiles so that at the end of the chair we can put a pot plant later on or something of that nature, so to make it look much nicer for people to sit down and wait for the aircraft. Right, so we've got 6 chairs for people to wait on for the boarding. We should put some information signs up if there are such things. Information screen. So while you're waiting for your aircraft, you probably want to be able to see what's happening. So I think we'll put it between the boarding desks because we're going to have at least several boarding desks. So we're going to put them between the boarding desks. So that's one. Actually, it'd be better to measure from there. So one width plus 2 squares. So if we go like that, and then it will span the 2 and it will be available for people to see. And we should also put one out here near our information desk so that when people come in they can see what's happening. And okay, now we need to hook up this small stand with our runway. Getting close to needing to be repaired. So let's put in not a taxiway, yes, grass again. How wide did you go? 3. 3. 3. We'll put in the taxiway from there to there. And I think we will actually put in a hold point right there. So, we've got, in terms of aircraft comes in, goes to the taxiway, goes to the small stand for commercial aircraft. Can leave there, joins in the taxiway again, goes up to the top of the runway and takes off. In terms of passengers arriving by aircraft go through the doors, turn left, go past the seats and out the exit, and they catch a bus. Passengers that are coming in go to check-in, go from check-in through security, from security go and wait for the aircraft at the seats that we put in, then through the boarding gate onto the aircraft and away they go. So I think we've pretty much got this covered. We could go ahead and build this at the next episode and then find out what I've done wrong and what I've done right and how good it's going to work when we get it going. So we're 45 minutes. I think that wraps the episode. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like, please hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, be very happy to have you as a subscriber. And I will look forward to seeing you all at the next episode. Thank you very much. Cheers everyone.